You know what time it is. That's right. It is tarot time, and I thought I've been sitting here meditating, praying, like, who's the group? Who's the group that needs to hear from me today? Or these messages? And it just, it came in that we need to do this for the Mars-Uranus conjunction. And some people want to talk about the involvement with Algol. Some people don't. It's a fixed star. Some people don't deal with fixed stars in astrology. I personally don't know as much as I probably should about fixed stars and asteroids, but that doesn't mean that they don't hold energy. Anything that is in consciousness that humans have had repetition on, holding an idea of, has power at some point. We are powerful manifestors, and if we're all putting our focus on something being a certain way, then that's how it becomes a reflection in our psyche, and therefore placebo effect. So I put that in there anyway. So there's a Mars-Uranus-Algol conjunction, and everybody's a little bit worried about the fact that nobody can truly predict the unpredictable. But we can kind of guess, it's probably not going to be very good for the financial systems. It's probably not going to be good for things that we like to lean on to give us stability or sense of security, or even, what's the word I'm looking for? Predictability? Consistency? The consistency is changing. So I just thought it would be fun to possibly look into the unpredictable. Because I like to challenge myself and look into the things that you can't really see. I'm using my Rider-Waite deck. I think we're going to do the advice do don't. My ears are ringing, low level ringing on the right side. Okay. What can we do? We need advice for the collective for this giant conjunction in Taurus. What is the advice do don't? This is my first deck that I've ever owned, and I've had it since 2005. So next year will officially be my 20th anniversary with this deck. It's amazing how time goes by. They're all reversed, so I'm annoyed. I haven't been reading reversals for a few months, but I do believe, again, that these things have to be considered. I really do believe this is saying the victory is in sort of hunkering down where you're at for the moment. It's not that safe to try to be expanding and moving If you are doing anything, like I would say literally like driving on the 15th, be careful, or try to change your schedule. Also, you might have this severe urge or to rebel or lash out or do something in a quick way and cause some type of movement. Make your leverage, your victory happen at all costs, whatever it costs to move forward. But this is causing a sense of caution. This the way it's coming out is like, hold your horses. When it comes to Uranus, we have issues with technology. This is a card. This is the Chariot. It's Cancer season right now. This is a Cancerian card, but this is a card that has movement. But he takes his direction from the stars. And when it's reversed, it's like he has all this knowledge and all this velocity, but the propulsion to go forward is not there. It is to hold. It's like, it's making me think of crypto. Those that hold, buy low, hold, buy low and hold, is what it's feeling like. So I would say the short-term moment, the momentary things going on in this moment, or that moment on the 15th when the conjunction is exact, isn't as important as the long game, the long term, the things, the collateral damage or whatever that comes from this. Things come out of this. Things get birthed from this. But in the moment, it feels like all the air got taken. And it's so still and almost boring. Like, you have no option but to be in stillness. You can't propel things forward. There's a sense of urgency, but there's no... that also containment, where it's being in this now is the most important thing possible. Being quite acutely aware of your ears, your tension in your body, your eyes, the tension in your eyes, just like the workings in your body. Being so tight into your body right now is going to be really good for Taurus, for this Cancer-Taurus energy. And we have the Page of Pentacles here. So that was our advice. This is our due. This Page of Pentacles is reversed. If you don't have the words to communicate, don't be sending messages either. If you have to put off calls, business calls, conversations, if you have to reschedule things, that's fine. But you're probably, this keeps telling me, like, this sense of predictability. I don't want to take all these things reversed, but I have to take note that they did come reversed. So, just take a note. This is what it looks like upright. This is what it looks like reversed. This is like having a moment where there's not only no way to move forward right now, but really nothing that you can do or say in the moment. It kind of has to play out the way it is. You are invested in it. Nobody's saying that you didn't do the investing. But this is really about a spiritual moment. Nobody can really look into this. Like I said, I tried to look into the unpredictable. The prediction is sort of a freeze and fawn. The last card, the don't. We have Hangman reversed. This is saying to me in this moment, don't make sacrifices that are unnecessary in this weather. If you're finding that you're hitting some type of limit within yourself, you're at an edge, you are close to burnout physically, emotionally, spiritually, you are not to put yourself in the sacrifice. You're not to sacrifice yourself in this moment. Realize that this pulling back time, this moment of uncertainty is working in your favor in regards to not everything needs to be in your control. You can have faith. It's okay to have faith. Don't try to move forward. Don't try to speak your way out of this or fill this empty space with a lot of words. Be in your body. Don't try to perform your way out of this. Don't put your body on the line for anybody. Hangman reversed. Looks like he's standing up, right? But this is the way the card is meant to be upright. This is a card of sacrifice for the greater good, having faith, almost taking a role of taking a step back, but this is to not, I would say, quite literally, this is a reversal in the classic sense where it's sort of an antithesis or a warning, because these are major cards and they both have a sense of contradiction. Like it was reminding me of the Tao again, how it speaks of non-action being the only action to take a lot of times, or the only righteous action. How leadership should be done with a light hand and not pushing, so it's just like this constant state of paradox. And I think that this conjunction is one of those paradoxes. Like, don't succumb to anything. Don't go underneath it. Stay in your body. Stay conscious. Don't what's the word I'm looking for? Abandon yourself personally. Your body is extremely important right now. I'd say take caution also to not be so optimistic. No, don't be a Pollyanna, or don't be so cynical either. Like, stay in the middle road. Don't try to immediately find the silver lining. Just stand back and look at things as they are. If it's shitty right now, if you have collateral damage in the fact that you have a financial loss, don't try to ameliorate that and make it better. Just look at it. Don't try to make it worse. Don't assign meaning to it. Just look at it. If you have a financial win, don't ameliorate that. Don't minimize it. Don't maximize it. Just look at it. I feel like this hangman is also saying this is not a time for inactivity. Although the chariot said don't move forward. This is not to say that you just stop living. My foot is all stuck in this cord. Hold on. This is not a cease of moving in action entirely. This doesn't mean to say that, like, how people like to call retrogrades, where they say don't do anything, just basically don't make any decisions, whatever. This is not to be hiding from this energy. You can't withdraw from it. You can't have this cup pass over your head. You can't hide from this moment. It is what it is. It reminds me of body surfing in the ocean. And you try to get out past the breakers sometimes, if you're brave enough. And the way you get past the breakers is to go under and through the breakers. You don't submit to the waves around you. The Hanged Man is ruled by Neptune. It's like that faith that just going under and through these things will get you out the other side. You can't force a damn thing. You can't make things move in the direction that you want them to go. This is about divine timing, divine submission, being in mission, in motion for your mission, being in connection with your body, doing the best you can to stay grounded, not necessarily taking in a lot of messages from other people. It might be that you need a sabbatical. I would say partnership, don't worry about that right now. Don't worry about feeling like you have nobody to talk to right now. Don't worry about getting back to people. Don't worry about how long it's been since somebody got back to you. Yeah. Really dig into your body, really dig into your spirit of what's going on right now and how you can show up in the highest light in your mission work. I sort of always see this little, it's almost like a red cross. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a strange little decoration. Or focus. Why is it like this? Okay, I guess I have to do the influencer hand. No? It's kind of, I don't know. It's not quite a cross. It sort of looks almost like it's round. It's just got a strange shape. It reminds me of a red cross. So I would say nurturing your physical, emotional, nervous system, body, everything would be a good preparation for this. Also, I said this out loud to somebody else, and I think these cards are reflecting that, especially with the Chariot reversed. This is like a car accident. drunk drivers tend to live and with very minimal injury because they're not in the space of bracing when the accident happens, the point of impact happens. So if there's going to be an accident or some sort of collision emotionally, spiritually, the best advice is, and I've said this a few times, adaptability, staying soft and pliable through this and not bracing will help get you under and through this. Staying soft, vulnerable, open, wide, but not necessarily forcing your story on anybody, not forcing a narrative, not assigning meaning, stepping back and seeing things come and go. It's a flow. It's a practice. As it goes, as it comes. You might be surprised. Both ways. I promise you. There's windfalls, sudden amazing fucking things happening for you. Either way you slice it. But to brace is not what needs to happen. Advice don't. Stay in faith, of course. Don't try to control anything, but it's like, at the same time, this is not turning your brain off. This is not believing everything you see, think, feel, see. This is being a little bit vigilant spiritually, keeping your eyes open, vetting people, in such a way. This is not a letting go, letting God card upside down. It's kind of like God helps those who helps themselves. And you're staying in that line of connection, but staying active. Not for your own gains, for the sake that this is a spiritual exercise. Okay. I feel like this 3-card reading's long enough. I always feel like I get a lot out of these, so hopefully I'll remember some of this and for myself. Usually I don't. And I don't rewatch these, so hopefully somebody gets something from this. I'll probably remember flashes of the yellow, and that'll remind me what these cards were, but that's pretty much it. I'm going to close this reading for now. If anybody wants a personal reading, I have a list of my services in my bio through my Square booking site still. I got told once that somebody wanted me to have a website so they could share my stuff, and I don't know if it really makes a difference to have a website. I used to book through DM. You can still book through DM if you want to. You can book through the number that I have listed in my bio as well. Serious inquiries only. My phone number isn't there for chatting. It's a business line. So, if you'd like to do that, we can always work on something. So, that being said, I love you guys. I have a bunch of stuff to do today. I just remembered it's Saturday. What a beautiful day. Love that. Anyway, when you're making videos every day, it just feels like one day after another. Because this is your main focus, and then getting it done, and there's the rest of the work. So, anyway, I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. Stay soft. Don't brace.